So my name is Katie Lee, and this is my first video. So I am 22. I am an aspiring health coach. I am a registered nurse, but I don't like to call myself that because I don't resonate with that. That title is not authentic to me. And this is my first video. So this is more just for me, I think. I've had it in my mind, honestly, for the last 48 hours to make a channel about just wellness and life balance and how me and my husband are doing that, how I'm doing that, how we're doing that, how our life has just changed recently, how we are changing our life, how God's changing our life, how just things are moving in a direction that is closer to what we believe, closer to our dreams, our goals, and just trying to figure that out. So again, this video is more for me. I probably won't post this anywhere, but I just wanted to talk and get myself used to the camera, and get myself used to just this and sitting in a chair in front of a window with a tripod and a phone because I didn't want to use my camera because I didn't think it'd have enough space. So I'm a health coach. I'm in a program right now. I'm going to be starting coaching soon, and a health coach is somebody who really helps guide other people to find true balance in their life, to find authentically healthful habits and practices. You know, everybody has their own health goal, whatever that may be, whether it's losing weight, gaining weight, increasing fruits and vegetable intake, finding movement that feels authentic to them, if it's reducing stress, if it's improving your gut, if it's increasing your creativity, all of it. There's so many different ways that you can improve health in your life, whatever that means to you. It can even be just building more relationships or investing in your social life, stuff like that. And health coaches act as a guide for somebody to do that. We don't tell you what to do. We don't tell you, this is the best way, this is what's best for you. We really guide you to search inwardly to find the answers that are authentic to you. And health is just something that's been very important to me for a while. So I started out as a nurse, started in school as a nursing major, and I honestly was in it for the wrong reasons. I wanted to be a nurse because it made good money, and because I was interested in health, but I wasn't interested in health from a nursing standpoint, from a working in a hospital, giving medicine, bedside type nursing. Since I've become passionate about health, I've enjoyed educating people and helping people find, what does health mean to them. So going through nursing school, if anybody is a nurse or has been through nursing school, nursing, you can do that, but bedside nursing in a hospital is not that. It is, ridiculous patient to nurse ratios, which I know that there are laws and rules in place to mitigate that, but with short staffing, that's not possible. And I know that as somebody who is a licensed nurse but doesn't practice as one, I'm not helping the short staffing. But that is not something that is authentic to me, and that would put me in a dangerous mental health situation to work in that environment. But I was in nursing school, went through the clinicals. I worked as a nursing assistant, and it stressed me out. I was always on my feet. I never got to sit down. I did not have lots of opportunities to sit by the bed and talk to somebody about health. I had times where I would sit by the bed and talk to people about their life, but even then, if I sat and I talked to them, the amount of time I was spending there, it was, okay, well, if I spend this amount of time here, then that's less time that I have to do my tasks. And then I have to rush and I have to, you know, power walk or run between here and, you know, the meal cart or the like laundry basket, or I have to do 16 baths before, you know, lunch rolls around, and go into every patient's room and make sure that they're okay and do this and that. And it wasn't the idea of health that I have. So I graduated nursing school and I took the NCLEX and I got licensed, and I hated it. I honestly hated it. And all this time, you know, I learned about community health and I was learning a little bit about nutrition. And, you know, I was exploring what nutrition and fitness meant for me. I was exploring, you know, online, trying to learn more. Had looked into becoming a personal trainer, had pursued that, and then COVID hit, and then I didn't get to finish that out. But really, I was interested in more like holistic health and more taking control of your health, whatever that looks like for you. And, you know, all these people, they, you know, maybe have some sort of health problem, and then they go into the doctor's office or have to go into the hospital, and they're evaluated and they're given this medicine. They're being told, you know, take this medicine for the rest of your life and that'll fix it. And I didn't like that. You know, I didn't like here, be on this medicine and this, because that's what a lot of nursing school was. It was a lot of learning, just here's this health problem, here's this medicine that fixes it. It wasn't like, all right, let's look into all of these things for the last, like, you know, 5 decades that somebody's been alive that contributed to why they have high blood pressure, to why they had a stroke, to why they have congestive heart failure, to why they have diabetes, and really looking to reverse that. You know, it was always like, once you have this, you know, too bad, you're stuck. And I hated that, you know. It feels like you don't have a say in it. You don't have a say in your life. It's almost like with my life, I don't have, luckily, thankfully, I don't have any like health problems from a like having to take medicine, go to the doctor type standpoint. But in college, I was crazy stressed out. And especially when I was in nursing school and I was working as a nursing assistant, you know, like I couldn't sleep at night. I was so stressed out. I hated going to the hospital. Anytime I had to go to the hospital, I would not sleep. Like, it'd be 3 a.m. and I'd be awake. There was one morning that I had to call into work like at like 3 a.m. because my anxiety was so high, I couldn't handle it. There were days, I mean, I was having suicidal thoughts and I was really depressed and I didn't know what was going to happen. You know, like, would I quit my job? Was it something that I really need to stick with? And it was just horrible and didn't feel healthy to me. You know, healthy for not from the sense of like, oh, the hospital, like everybody in the hospital helps people and they're amazing for what they do. And anybody who thrives in that setting is incredible, because I don't thrive in that setting. But it just wasn't for me. But anyways, I didn't like that. And I wanted to find, you know, what can I do that's really going to help me center myself with, you know, figuring out what does health look like for me. Not only from a fitness and nutrition standpoint, also from a sleep standpoint, also from a, you know, stress standpoint. You know, how much stress can I handle? And if I'm stressed out, you know, what does it look like? Do I need to find ways to manage the stress? Or is it something where I need to step away from something that's causing me stress, that's causing me inner turmoil? So after I graduated and I got my license, at that time I also got married to my amazing husband. And I started working as a school nurse. And I wanted to be able to educate young kids about health. And that job, it wasn't what I wanted it to be. You know, it was very stressful, more from the sense of there was just a lot of kids who would come in a lot, and a lot of it would be small things that could have been managed, you know, if they would have, you know, eaten breakfast or been drinking water throughout the day, or just, it was just small stuff. And it was a lot of charting, and I didn't like that most of my time was spent like typing out what I was doing instead of like actually getting to sit and just talk to kids. And I really connect, I mean, I got to connect with some kids, and I did enjoy that. And that made it hard to leave, but I just knew that working in that environment just wasn't for me. And in the process, while I was there, I started a health coaching program, which I'm still in now, and loved it. And was like, this is what I want to do. And as I learn things, if it feels authentic to me, I try and integrate it into my own life. And so that's kind of where I'm at now. So I've quit my job and I am a nanny. At the moment, I am nannying. I am not a nanny. That is something I'm trying to work on. Is my husband is really good with this. Is I am not what I do. I am me. And if I were to label myself as any career, I am a health coach. But I am not a nanny. I am not a nurse. I have practiced nursing and I am nannying, babysitting kids, but I am a health coach. And this video, this channel that I want to start, as I've been thinking more about it, I want this to be a safe space where I can document what's going on in our life. I can document us making changes, to find authentically healthful practices or schedules or just things in our life. But really just trying to create the dream. You know, our dream is to be full-time coaches. My husband's a fitness coach, and I am a health coach, and we want to do that full-time. And we have this dream of, you know, living, at least at some point, even if it's just for a weekend or to vacation or whatever, you know, getting a van or a bus and converting it and being able to just kind of drive to the mountains or drive to the beach and be out in nature and cook amazing meals. And I'm a big cook and I love to cook. And sometimes I get bogged down when it's something that, you know, I have to do. But just really, you know, trying to make fresh meals and fresh snacks and making a home environment that brings us joy and peace and energy and getting to spend time with each other and growing a family in the future and all these things. And, you know, I've been really inspired by Kara and Nate and Eamon and Beck and Cambria Joy, and I used to watch Elise, who I don't watch anymore, but she kind of started a passion in me for really like nature, and she used to be raw vegan and just really more like holistic wellness, health, and that kind of stuff. So that's what this channel is going to be. Is it's going to be following along with Quan and Mai's life and what we do to balance our health and balance our life and what our life looks like as coaches. And, you know, this is something that we are starting and we have started and we are pursuing. And this is really just going to be a way to document that. And I don't know when I'm actually going to start YouTube, and I don't know. But this is what I want to do right now. And yeah. So that's my story. And I don't know if this video will ever go out or if this is just something to get me in front of a camera today because I was itching to do it. But yeah. So follow along with us.